Hello guys, welcome to Gavra Racing, the Premier League tier on Monday group. We're live in Spain tonight. Sorry about the delay for the stream. For whatever reason my PSN was mucking around, so but I'm finally in. I'm here with IRL Neon.
Hey Neon, good evening guys.
How you doing, mate? You alright?
I'm doing good. Just been to see people already posted some times on the board.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. I just missed 7 minutes, so.
Yeah, that's fine. Just make sure the audio's. Yeah.
What have we got? So we've got that on provisional poll so far, 2 Saints.
Say 119.8.
119.8, yeah. On the hards.
With. That's actually an alright lap, that.
That's a great lap on the hards.
I probably can do that on medium, so he used it even quicker than me. It's very good. Got to say that Saint's been very unlucky with the first round. He did get him and his teammate did have a front row, and then I think he had a bad race where I think he spun out, had a bit of damage. I think he got some redemption last week, I believe. I think he got the top 3.
Yeah, he did, yeah. I remember he tried going for the fastest lap and he got a bit lucky getting to the end on those softs.
Yeah.
Maybe one lap.
Well, the other person we're all going to have to watch out for today is Shankster. He's had 2 wins in a row now. Will he be able to make it a 3rd? Qualifying on the hardest tyre, I believe he did. I could have been wrong, and China may have qualified on the mediums, but he made that strategy work, and now we may see the safety car come out a bit more frequent this week since it's been updated. Yeah,
the new patch notes. It's like VSC. If you have a spin, VSC automatically gets set, which is good. But at the same time, I think it's still a bit weird when you literally might clip the barrier, but it's fine, and then the full safety car comes out anyway. So, but it is more
119.7.
119.7 on the hards. Blimey.
I don't think there's any penalties for anyone today, as I've not been told, and I don't think you have either. So if there is any penalties, do let us know in the chat. But I don't believe there is. But currently times are getting set on the board with only under 10 minutes. Oh, it's the Haas driver. Miller. Yeah. Wow. Big save there.
Very squirrely there.
That reminded me of the scene where Kimi Räikkönen hit Adrian Sutil in Monaco, where he just misjudged his brakes and just went right into him. Wow, very lucky
Massa across the bridge in Singapore.
Yeah. Right now, Lord Topster's in 3rd. It's under on mediums, a 120 flat. Will he be able to score some points for the Red Bull team with Walsh, I believe, who lagged out last week? Ace is, I think, 2nd in the standings, I believe. I think he got a podium in China, and I think he got a podium in Australia as well. So I wonder what he's going to do today, because I think he's been very unlucky. He could have had race wins, but the tyre wears just let him down. See what he can do today. Currently he is in 4th with a 120.4. 4th, 10th slower than Topster right now.
Now, what I've just noticed very quickly about certain drivers coming into the pits, finishing their laps there, is because they're taking that final chicane so quick and then coming into the pits, they're going the wrong side of the bollard. I don't know if the
well, in quality that ain't an issue. It will come up as a corner cut, but in the race you can't get away with it. So I don't know if Gavra's actually said we have to keep an eye on that.
That's what I was going to say, whether they want us to actually keep an eye on that or not.
We can find out if we do see people and Gavra sees it in the stream. He can let us know. As right now though, Fire Tornado currently pole position with a 119.3 on mediums. So could we see 2 of the Torossos fighting one Alfa Romeo driver and the Racing Point driver of Shankster? So who's on a lap? I believe the other Haas driver of the Mister, or Sabo the Mister, he is on a lap right now instead of hard tyres.
I'm very surprised at the amount of people on. Well, how many we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people putting laps on the softs.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
For me, it's a medium to hard.
Maybe they are banking for the safety car though. That might why. Oh, the harsh track was really wide.
I mean,
that corner there.
like we were saying, the safety car. I reckon we're definitely going to have a safety car in this race. 100%.
Yeah, definitely. But no, I believe Blue Camel and Checkmate, I think they're bankers on softs, because I think they are bankers right now. I think they can go a lot faster on a set of hard tyres. I think they just want to see where they can find time. As the Haas driver saw the missed, I think he invalidated and came into the pits. As right now, no one else has improved, but Triple O will be on a lap very shortly.
He's on the hairpin now.
Got to be careful that he doesn't invalidate, because he can easily cut a corner. It could invalidate this lap and next lap, which won't be good for him.
Yeah. Ooh. A little bit of a lock up on the right front going into the chicane there. He comes around the penultimate corner to start his flying lap. Now you really need to get that final part of that chicane right, because if you don't get a good exit there, it can affect you all the way down to turn 1, and you can easily have lost a second.
Yeah, you are right there.
Turn 1.
Lose a lot of time. It depends also what downforce they're running, because some people could be running 7.7 wings, 7.11. I have seen some people actually run 2.6 wings, surprisingly, around here. But it hasn't ended well in the race for them, because it's just lack of grip and they've spun out or they've had a punch of some sort.
I remember last year when I was watching the actual Grand Prix, David Croft, he was mentioning how he got told that the teams actually run the same amount of downforce here as what they do in Monaco.
Yeah.
Like, that's how aerodynamically effective this track is. High speed corners, everything.
Yeah, that's true. Also, though, with the dirty air thing into effect as yellows, actually, there's then as Triple O's really not finding grip still as hard as he has locked up a few times. As there is a slow Ferrari ahead of him as he locks up again on his right front. Now that Ferrari could be on a out lap. I believe it's Zaza right now, so hopefully it doesn't affect his run. He's running out of ERS. What time's he going to do? 121.6, so that promotes him to 12. As he's got the little devil number 666, but he's 12th right now in the McLaren, as he did get 6th last week in China. Tekis has retired, so Tekis has crashed in sector 3. I think he actually might have manually retired that car in the pits. Yeah, he did. Tekis retired in the pits, so. As right now, I think Alex Gunnar is struggling as well on the mediums, as he almost did a Haas moment, what Infamous did just a minute ago. Going around the final corner, let's see what time he will put on the board. 21.2, so he's only a few tenths faster than his team on different compound of tyre. Very interesting. As I believe that was actually Blue Camel there. Yeah, Blue Camel's pulling away. Side. But yeah, you are right though. With the downforce around here, you've got to be choosy with your downforce, because it could rain and then the downforce is completely different, and you need to run a wet setup and you'll be really slow. So, as we.
I think that's the thing a lot of people forget about. It's just like you get so focused on getting a decent setup for the dry, you forget about the wet, and then it's raining in quali all the race, and you're just got no chance. You just gutted.
Yeah, that is true. As the wets this year is a bit harder for people. The grips on, which is a good thing. It makes you need to use a bit more skill to get around the track, and I can tell these lot with running no ABS can handle wet weather possibly. Be nice to see though a few spins now and then if there is wet weather for the race and spin. As Sabo, the Mister, again is on the set of hard tyres, gone back out, so I believe this is an actual lap come around the chicane. Around the final corner he goes now, as there's a McLaren just into the pits. Coming to the line, and that is a 120.5, so that promotes him to 9th. Now Tekers is going to get a free choice tyre anyway.
What tyre is Sabo on? He's in the 5. I presume Sabo then, he will be backing out this lap. Recharging his batteries and then be going again for his last run. Anyone coming out of the pits now will be going out for their last laps of the session. Anyone who's currently in the pits needs to get out, well, in the next 5 to 10 seconds.
As I believe there is actually a Ferrari either coming into the pits or going to come out, because I can see a dot moving in the pit garage. Could be wrong. And yeah, I'm wrong, it's no one's moving. But I believe actually there is now a Ferrari getting ready to come out. I'm actually surprised though that Ace has got on a set of soft tyres.
Yeah. I mean,
so is there actually rain in the race?
4, 5, 6. It could be when we don't know that, so.
Yeah, which is annoying. Like, I wish the game would tell us what the weather would be like, but
like
as
on the spectator menu, have a weather setting. You've got the full track map now, so just need the weather and we'll be fine.
It could come next year. That'll be quite nice to see at the top of the screen or something. But Ace will be now going on a lap, so he's the only one I believe is on a lap on a set of softs currently right now. Oh, actually his teammate as well is X90.
So we've got 2 seconds, half a tenth, nearly 6 tenths up as he goes round turn 10 through the kinks of 11 and 12. Coming into the chicane, he's currently 4th with a 19.8 on the, but he's on a fresh set of mediums. He's taken that entry to the first part of the chicane lovely. He's got the second part right as well as he comes around the penultimate corner. What is this going to be? It looks like it could be an 18. It's going to be a 19.1. He was in pole.
Could we see a Toro Rosso 1-2 again? That's right now though, Ace is flying on those softs right now as he was 2 tenths up on sector 1.
Oh, it's got XAG in the gravel. Turns. What is that? On the final corner.
Oh, I've missed that delta time in the sector, but he's actually backed off. Ace actually backed off his run, so that is game over for him. Is anybody else on a run? Oh yes, Hugo Walsh is actually apparently 8 tenths down. Don't believe that though. Is he? Yeah, he actually was down on his 1.6, and that is qualifying ended.
That is it.
As Ace isn't improving. He's almost 3 seconds down. So there we have it. It is confirmed another Toro Rosso 1-2. Like Australia, however, though Shanks though this time is in 3rd place instead of near the back of the field in Australia where he had the hard tyres. So it'll be nice to see the 2 Toro Rossos versus in the racing point with an Alfa Romeo driver further behind Zoo who has actually crashed in quali with his car glitching out on the wheel.
For me, those 2 Toro Rosso drivers need to work together to stop that 3rd place racing point Shank stuff.
As long as they don't come into any contact like the Haas drivers are in Australia, they'll be all fine, as anything can happen, as we have seen. So then, your top 10 then is Descent in 1st with the 119.1, 5 Tornado in 2nd, Shankster in 3rd, X90 4th, Topster in 5th, Zaza in 6th, Ace is in 7th on a set of medium tyres, Hugo Walsh is in 8th on a set of softs with the 120.4, so you can just tell difference on confidence around this track between Ace and Hugo Walsh. Salvo in 9th, and Dedonk, if I said that wrong I do apologise, is in 10th in the Mercedes mediums. As we will go down the rest of the grid on the formation lap. But it'll be a nice to see. Hopefully there's no contact at the start, as I believe we had a lot of contact in Australia, but China we didn't, and hopefully we don't have any here today, as it is actually dry. Wow.
Blimey.
So those people qualifying softs weren't actually expecting rain, unless there's rain midway through.
Or like you said, they're just going to be expecting a safety car possibly very early.
Yeah, that is true as well. Let's now wait for everybody to pick their setups. Gotta say one thing though, do you expect the Toro Rossos to keep this 1-2 for today's race, or do you think it may end in shatters like it did in Australia? As we are coming down the countdown, 5 seconds remaining. As someone is cheering on for X90 in the chat. And the formation is underway as the Toro Rossos get underway cleanly. So let's have a look at the tyre strategy. Do you want to go down the rest of the grid since I did the top 10?
So you got Dead Donkey in top 10, and then you got in 11th you got AB Techers, 12th is Alex Gunner Mac, 13th is Black Country Mush, 14th is Triple O, 15th Ryan Stozza, 16th in Camo, 17th Checkmate 485, 18th we got Infamella, 19th we got Willie Sanker, and 20th we got Robert Codfather. So that is the remaining bottom 10. I shall currently sort out.
So both Williams is at the back of the grid on the set mediums. Wonder what they're going to do today, as I believe... Actually, is Willie Sanker a replacement? Because hang on, there's a Mercedes off there.
Willie Sanker is actually the number one driver, if you like. He was supposed to race, but he was been in hospital the last 2 weeks or so. So yeah, I think we had Met Boy. Yeah, he's finally on the mend. So
it's good to see. So Met Boy was in as a China replacement, and he wasn't in.
Yeah.
Australia.
I can't remember who was Australia.
No, there wasn't. It was just Robert. It was in Australia, only Williams. Yeah. But it's nice to see the Williams cars. But who was that? Who spun? Was it? It wasn't Black Country. It actually was Dead Donkey. So the driver in 10th place in the Mercedes lost it out of turn 4. Now I have seen people before lose on turn 4, and that's from punches or just getting shoved off the track, but not on the formation. I haven't seen that. As we're about to get started, as cars are lining up right now.
Get those tyres nice and warm.
Will Fire Tornado do what he did in Australia, and I believe overtake Toussaint on the line? Or Toussaint get a good start and keep his first place before 10-1. Let's wait for the light sequence.
So we have 1 red light, 2 red light, 3 red light, 4 red light, 5 red light, and we are away for the Spanish Grand Prix. Looks like Toussaint didn't get the greatest start. His teammate Fire Tornado has just edge ahead. Shanks is going down, trying down the middle of them.
Oh, bit of carbon fibre.
Ooh.
Red Bull there. Oh, it was actually, I believe that was actually Triple O there, going off the track, trying to avoid the racing point. Oh, and there's an Alpha gone. That is Ace. Ace is round.
Gone.
Will that cause a VSC? Nope, it doesn't. Ace is now back on the way.
Shanks is getting outdone here by X80 down the inside. Can he make it stick? X80 is on the softs.
Oh, there's been a big crash. Oh, there's cars all over. There is cars all over. There is a McLaren racing point. I believe a Renault at one point. That should have been really a safety car.
I could hear in the background all like the anti-stalls, if you like, all the low revs.
Yeah, as the racing point of Blue Camo is struggling to get back to the grips with the softs as he's almost putting it into the wall. So he needs to nurse the car home. As Alex Gunner got a bit of wing damage, but I believe one of the Red Bulls at the start got a bit of wing damage as well, and that actually is Topster.
So Alex Gunner, he's missing his left front end plate. I reckon that's going to be roughly about orange or red on the actual damage monitor. We'll probably have to.
And that is going to lose him a couple of tenths a lap, especially with the Ferrari of Zaza with a full front wing on a set of softs right behind him right now, about to make a move on the inside. Oh, he switched sections to the out. Now Will tops the attack still, and he lunges it, locks up. Luckily there was no contact there, but I was surprised there was no safety car with that big collision. Surprisingly, Blue Cam was actually stayed out.
Todd Sawyer's just let Zaza go. Maybe he felt he wasn't defending cleanly.
Interesting. Although there is a real close battle though for the front, as I don't know if it is the same with you, but I don't know if the intervals are a bit glitched.
How so? So for me it's 7/10. For Shanks there's a tornado.
Right. Yeah, I can't see the delta at the moment because for some reason it's showing the position updates and that, so I just need to somehow sort that out. I think it'll fix itself when they pass each other again.
Probably, yeah. Good old code masters.
Yeah. Right now though, Shanks is starting to catch up Tornado, which he's saying actually, with the saying having a poor start, he's managed to actually keep the lead and build a gap of 2 seconds. There you go, it's starting to fix itself.
1 second from the hairpin of sector 2 all the way down to turns 1.
Infima is getting hounded by the Williams and the Alfa Romeo of Ace. Will it be 3 wide down the straight? Ace is just kind of blocking off the Williams trying to go for that.
His stone cut.
Ooh.
He wants it.
Let's say Robert and Willie right now are pulling through the field from the back of the grid to 15th and 14th right now.
Yeah, Willie's doing a good job.
Ryan is in the pits after scheduled stop. He's come back out on the soft tyre, so he's definitely doing a 2-stop strategy.
Ooh, Ace. Implement locked up and went wide. Ace went for it. I thought better of it.
He almost hits him again. I think Ace is just trying to catch some time on the driver ahead, as he lost a lot. Thing is, there is a lot of people ahead of him. Oh, Infima's gone!
Infima's lost it on the kink.
How? I think Infima's stuck. Oh no, he's back.
He's free. That should be a VSC or the 4 anyway. Nope.
I'm surprised that right rear didn't come off. Or the left rear, if that was that. Both Haas drivers who've had wars this weekend.
Oh, to those locked up and gone straight on at turn 1. Ace has gone through.
Oh, there's actually Tekka's there. Challenging the Mercedes of Dead On. Thinks about it. Dead On locks up. Oh, Dead On's got damage, actually. Dead On's got front wing damage and he's lost an end plate, actually. As everyone's now starting to build gaps, there's yellows in sector 2. That is a Renault, I believe that is Ryan. Yep, Ryan is off. And he's reversing back. Yep, Ryan's good back to go. I don't think he got any damage.
He's trying to run the outside. Nah, I didn't think he would. One sort of has retired from the session.
I think he's actually just planted it into the wall, so he hasn't manually retired, so that is kind of safe, but it could cause a safety car.
Here comes A.B. Takers and the Ferrari and the Merc. The Prancing Horse takes the silver arrow, coming down the home straight into turn 1. Can he keep it?
Ace is thinking about it. Oh, Ace is going for an aggressive lunge.
Oh!
That was cheeky.
I didn't even know he was there.
He was like miles off and he's just gone for the lunge now. I don't know if the stewards may investigate that. Maybe
he's done the honey badger move. or Daniel Ricciardo. Looks like Avi Tekkers wasn't too happy about that. He went going a bit deep into what was that? Turns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It could have actually may have walked him up a little bit. He wasn't expecting that kind of a lunge from that far back, but Ace managed to pull it off with no damage and take 9th back after his spin.
So dead donkey getting mugged there on the home straight, losing 2 positions at once.
It looks like he might be losing a bit of time to Triple O right now. As both Williams now up to 13th and 14th, though, but getting slowly caught by the Renault and the McLaren. There's actually a little fight behind as Infamous coming back for another goal on Blue Camo, and Blue Camo just lets him through.
That little kink up the hill there is so tricky up for me. As soon as you hit that apex, you want to come off the throttle and just let it coast over, and it stops the rear end kicking out.
Yeah, right, that is actually X-Knight is already peeled into pits, so he's... Yeah, Minions won't make that many laps. So he'll probably come in around about lap 20 and then go on another set of mediums. I think that'll be his strategy today, but right now though, his teammate Ace is getting hounded a little bit by Tekkers. Ooh, both from lock up there, big. Very big lockups from these two.
It is a 26.5 second gap from 10th to 1st. So, oh, AB Tekkers has lost it at turn 8. Too much curb in the rear end, just not agreed with him.
Oh, here comes Willie. Willie's can't see because the cloud goes through. Very smart to go on the right hand side and gets his position and all that.
He's gonna have to pit.
How bad is his damage? Is it?
He did. He give the barrier a bit of a whack, so I presume he's lost all end plates. Yep, he has. He's definitely going to have to pit. And his tyres would be knackered already anyway. Overheating.
Yeah. The sauce roughly only can last this long anyway. As the Williams are going to be thanking him, as the horse has lagged out, so Ryan has left. I believe he was horse for today. Although I've got to say, from both Williams drivers, with Willie coming back from being away for 2 weeks, and Robert had a struggle start of the season. Looks like right now both Williams drivers could get some points for today. It
was unfair for Robert, wasn't it, at Australia? The problem with the code in the game, you know, getting stuck in there, if you reverse, that's it, disqualification, but he couldn't do nothing else.
Yeah, as unfortunately that glitch is still in. It's cannot also happen with the safety car where the AI will just take over and just put you in the wall.
Yeah.
As Dedonke has just been overtaken by X-Natty, and X-Natty's thinking about to overtake Triple O.
So that's going to matter because under pressure from Sabo. Sabo's looking to go down the inside of turn 6.
So I'll keep an eye on board of the battle between Triple O and X-Natty as X-Natty's thinking about it, but goes back in. So both McLarens are under attack by different teams, but with Ferrari engines. As you can just tell the grip difference between the Alfa and the McLaren compared to the tyres.
Sabo's completely outbraked himself there, gone deep into the hairpin. 5 second penalty.
There's a Red Bull in. Walsh is in. There's a 5 second speeding penalty. But Triple O is in trouble now that the Alfa Romeo is all over the rear, and it is going to make an easy overtake into turn 1. And take 7th place. Oh, with a bit of a lock up though. When he misses the turning, will Triple O come back? No, not really. As Hugo Walsh will split the Williams.
Sabo goes down the inside of Alex, turn 1. Makes it stick this time round. I'm very surprised Alex hasn't pitted yet with that damaged front wing. Obviously the end plate isn't too much of an issue for him.
Yeah, true. I've got to say Alex has been very unfortunate with that. He's had a few incidents. I believe he had an incident in Australia, and now he has his yells in sector 2. That is Williams. It's Robert. He's off. Robert has gone off where the Mercedes went, actually. Oh, sorry, where both Mercedes went, where Hamilton and Rosberg crashed in 2016. And he's just lost the rear. Now, I don't know if that was contact with Walsh, or he just lost it on his own accord. As right now, as you said, Sable's all over Checkmate right now. Checkmate's had a poor exit, and the Haas is going to think about going around the outside into the hairpin corner.
Infamous dipping his toe in the
And the other Haas driver, Infamous, going, ooh, just thinking about it.
Thought better of it.
Has Robert got damage though?
I can't see any.
Oh no, Willie's got damage though. He's lost a bit of his end plates and he's severely locking ups now. There may have been contact between them. He looks like he was going to pit, but he actually stays out. So there is a battle for 4th place right now though. Topster versus Ace.
Toussaint in first has got an almighty lead.
Oh, actually, hang on. What happened to Tornado and Shankster? Did Shankster get by without... Oh, Yellow's in sector 1. Yellow's in sector 1. Billy, that's Willie. And it is. Willie's round. So the good luck for Williams isn't happening now, as they've now just both been dropped to 16th and 17th. That isn't good to see. But no, as I was saying though, as Toussaint sets the new fastest lap, 122.4, but Fire Tornado's dropped to 3rd and losing time to Shankster. I've got to say though, Shankster again's pulled off another good strategy, starting on the hard tyres, got it out of the way of Carnage and could possibly win this race if Toussaint doesn't start pulling a bigger gap, as right now the X90's just got past.
I mean, Shankster, he will be on that faster tyre after the first stint, so Toussaint's got to have something up his sleeve to be able to fend him off once he is on those mediums.
Alright, there's X90 is now going to attack his teammate very soon. Currently the gap now 3.2 seconds, but gaining a lot. And Ace looks like he's actually losing time to Topster, even though Topster's got damage. Oh, actually Ace's got damage as well, because Ace's got more wing damage.
Right in play, yeah.
As Toussaint has to get past the back marker right now as Blue Camel pulls out the way. Well, Shankster's got, as Tornado is in, so the mediums are only making 10 laps, it looks like. 9 to 10 laps. I think it's just got 3 seconds to penalty. Oh, there's a very big battle further behind.
Also in the pits. He's putting us in.
Infamous thinking of going on Alex Gunner. Oh, big lunge. Makes it work. Closes the door. Great move there from him. There's a three-way battle here for 13th. His Ace just pitted, as he said.
That was crucial for Fire Tornado there to get out in front of Topster. Topster was coming.
So that's crucial for Tornado. If he wants to try and win this race, he needs to now build... He needs to close 10 seconds to Toussaint, basically, if he wants a chance of winning. Unless Toussaint pits this lap. Is he losing time to Shankster? Yeah, he is. Actually, he is losing time to Shankster still. And on the same compound of tyre.
Toussaint extended his gap by a second to Shankster. Still, 7 seconds for me just isn't nowhere near enough.
Yeah, you're right.
For the mediums to hards in this first stint.
The thing is, if Toussaint stays out for too long, those mediums are going to start to fail, and Shankster's going to gain a lot of time.
He's going to want to look to pit around now, because those mediums, for me, were 13 laps max.
As there is another battle on track though, Alex Gunner right now on checkmate. I think this is actually the only close spell we have. And yeah, it is right now.
Alex pits. So watch him on this pit limiter. Not taking any chances.
Yeah, it's quite smart for him pitting now, especially when he's had wing damage. As he is having that wing replaced, he's going on the hard test, so he's doing a one-stop to try and stop the guys who are doing two-stop strategies. And out he goes. Oh, yellow's in sector 2. Now, who's that?
It's been cleared up already. I think it was the Mercedes. Don't know who though.
Might have been Black Country, because I did see him earlier when X90 passed him. He struggled in turn 1 with it, no ABS.
I think going by the track map, it looked like it. I think it was Dead Donkey. Turn 9, it looked like.
Oh, it stops us in. So Red Bull team for a scheduled stop. We're going to lose a bit of time with the front wing change, but he's probably going to gain a bit of time after on the hard tyres as he has been released. Now his teammate is getting hounded by Sabo. The Red Bulls are doing a different strategy now, as Hugo's doing a two-stop and Tops is doing a one-stop.
Also in for a wing change. Going
so
on
it was the Donkey who may have spun then.
Also on the hard tyre, so it looks like everyone is going to be doing a one-stop, apart from Willie Sanku, who will have to pit again because he went to the softs.
Yep, everyone has done. Well, the people haven't done stops yet. Oh, actually, Descent's actually in.
Descent is in, yeah, I just noticed.
I was going to say he hasn't done a stop. So the guys who haven't done a stop, it's Shankster, Black Country Mush, Triple O, Ifmela Checkmate, and Robert. They're the only people who haven't done pit stops right now. And it is the hard tyre, so Descent is going on a hard compound. Now, what's the gap between Shankster and Descent? Let's have a look. Descent is back out on track, I believe possibly on about 16 seconds. No, it's 40.3. I don't know if Tony... Oh, Willie's off. Willie is off. Williams went off the same place he spun around earlier.
Both Williams having a good start to the race, and then
it's just ended for him.
So
something's
downhill now.
Gone wrong on the Williams. I think those tyres are just overheated. I think he's pushed them too hard already. As Saints just got a
3-second time delay.
As the fast start quick right is holded by Descent actually 122.4. Now there's yellows again in sector 3. Now who's that? Is that Walsh? No.
I think no.
It's Triple O. Triple O's off. Nope, it's Triple O. Triple O is
off as well.
So those two have had contacts. Triple O's really struggling on those tyres. He has to basically just let everybody through.
He's better off pitting. His rears are just absolutely scorching hot.
Now, will this make him do it? Ooh, he's really struggling for grip, and Ace has got to be prepared in case the car just loses it on traction. And I think Triple is actually just going to let him go. Very smart. But if he does pit now, he will have to do a two-stop because those mediums will not go to the end.
No.
Unless you're very good at tyre saving, and yeah, you've just got to it has to be a miracle. But right now, though, the gap to Saint Shankster 13.7, so I believe Saint's actually gained a bit of time on Shankster right now. So Saint's having a bit of better luck than what he had in Australia, where he qualified first and lost a win. And right now he's qualified.
He passes there for at least another 5 laps.
Yeah, those hards, I believe maximum can go 25, so he could go to like 25 and possibly go softs, or even push it to 30 and go softs, but it's a risk I wouldn't take if I was him. I think it would be better just to go mediums, about 20 medium tyres to the end.
Cuddy picks up 5-second penalty, speed in the pit lane.
Is Checkmate going to get hold of it up? No.
Oh, unsafe release, 5-second pen.
So it's just at the new fastest lap with that. We'll be getting lapped shortly if he's not careful. Triple O didn't pit then, he stayed out.
He did.
Cost him a bit of time, but it could save him a pit stop. As Shankster is getting caught quite quickly now, the gap now 12.7.
That country mushes in lap 16. So he pitted lap 2 for hard, and then he's pitting again.
And he's going to medium, so he may try and steal the fastest lap. As right now though, I've got to say someone who's had a bit more good fortune. He had a bad start and he's coming back into this race after he did pit, but I don't think he's going to the end. Is the Haas driver of Sabo the Mister, currently in P6 right now. And he's getting caught a little bit of time by both Red Bulls.
What is our closest battle? He's only taken a 10th out of Shanks for that lap.
Oh, that's Williams. That is a Williams. I think that's Robert. It is Robert.
He's just come out the pits. And they've gone deep at the hairpin.
I've just noticed something, and now does it look like it is going to rain because there is cloud?
It has all of a sudden got a bit cloudy. Oh, I did notice that. It got a bit darker.
Now, is this possible? Oh, hang on. Willie also went off as well. So is this why Shankster is maybe staying out for rain?
Possibly.
Which would be interesting to see if he manages to pull off another masterclass strategy.
I mean, it's more just overcast in the minute, but it has definitely got darker.
A lot darker from the start. As yellows again. It's two. That is Walsh, I believe, in it. Oh no, it's not. It's also I don't know who is off. Oh, it's McLaren. It's Alex.
Oh, it's Alex.
So neither McLaren today are managing to keep it on the circuit. They are struggling on those hards. Will he lose it again? Oh, almost. It saves it. Right now, though, he's going to have to get out of the way for X90, I believe. Yep, X90 is in 4th right now. As the gap between Toussaint and Shankster has stabilised, though, now 12.4.
Yeah. So Shankster pulling out the magic card here. If he can keep this gap, he's got a very good chance of and it's going to map 3-second time penalty. He's got a very good chance of getting on those mediums and absolutely just nailing it.
You're right, there's right now though he's in 17 laps on those hards. So now if there is rain, of course, and the rain comes around about lap 28, 26, that'll be pushing the hards. Now I thought I saw rain then. I legit just thought I saw it rain. I saw like 3 dots just come down.
If you did, it's worked a treat for Shankster.
Nope. There's no rain on the cars, but I saw something drop down.
I normally always look at the halo because when it starts to rain, you get those little like streaks on the halo, even if it's very light.
As Tekers gets out of the way. Oh, again, yeah, it is raining.
Yeah, it's raining. It's starting to rain. I just saw that little split. Yeah.
So the Shanks' strategy has worked the plan then.
How quickly is this rain going to come down though? Is it going to come down quick enough for him to be able to stay out before his tyres go off? Who's pitting? Someone's pitting. Willie Shanks pitting.
That is a Williams. That is Willie. So Willie is peeling into the pits. He's got almost a minute gap between him and his teammate. As Williams were looking for some points, and it's just ended.
Pitting for intermediate.
Well, he could go early. It is not really the best because they're going to overheat, but it depends how quickly this weather goes.
Starting to get dropped from the screen now.
He is going into his
army.
So he's thinking the rain's going to come down quickly, and will Robert follow him into the pits?
It is starting to come down a bit heavier now. I don't know if it will be 2 or maybe another 2 or 3 laps before it actually is.
No, Robert stays out. So, and Robert needs to get out of the way for X90 because X90 is all up. Actually, not that in X90, that's Ace. And Ace is going to get alongside, as I will keep an eye on Willie for now, actually, because I want to see if he gains any time on those inters.
You go, Wolf, 3-second time penalty.
No, he's actually losing a second there. He just lost a second. It's no longer. It's nowhere in as yet. I think he's gone out way too early, and there's a Haas who's about to overtake. So the guys who qualified on hards, very good strategy right now. So he has in sector 2. Now that is a Williams. It is Roberts. So Roberts off. He's going to have to watch out for the Haas though, as I believe that is Infima.
Hopefully Coddy won't follow Sanka there on the strategy.
Yeah, it's both Williams. Oh, hang on. Thompson's off. So the hards didn't work for him, and he's gone round in turn 10, I believe that is. Or turn 9?
Is it the fast right uphill?
Yeah, it's the fast
yeah,
right
turn
under.
9, yeah.
So he's lost it in turn 9 there, which can happen by you hitting the exit curve, but no one else is pitting. The only person who's on inters is Willie. Now will Robert pit, as Robert's gone round again.
Oh, Thompson rear end snatch on him there going into the chicane. That rain is starting to come down. Sanka is struggling big time.
I'm surprised no safety cars come out for the Williams spinning.
Toussaint though has dropped that gap to Shankster down to 9.6 seconds.
Oh yeah, he has. He's caught a lot there within 2 laps. Now, oh, hang on, Shankster's in.
Maybe he feels it's time.
Very interesting to see the strategy then. As he has come in, we'll keep an eye on what tyres is going on.
I don't know. It looks too dry to me.
I don't think it's. Oh no, he's gone on the mediums now.
Alright.
That's interesting. Is he going on the mediums to try and catch up and wait for the rain to get worse?
He was either won this race or blown this race here.
Yeah, I don't know if he's actually kind of ruined his race right now, as he is on mediums.
We'll have to watch his lap time.
As the inter driver, Willie's still not catching his teammate as he locks up into the hairpin corner. He's really struggling for grips on those inters. And yep, Shanks is catching up.
Fire tornado on those medium.
There's a Haas, Infamous round. Infamous got big damage. Oh, and he spins again!
Oh, in front of Toussaint. Could have been very bad.
Oh, he's gone
my
again.
God,
He's really struggling for grip. Now, I don't know if it's because the tyres are overheating or it is inters. Or it's about to change to inters. Because right now he's just over-revving the car. My screen, as there is a Renault overtaking. Oh, his X90's just gone off a bit. Robert again's off the track.
More and more people make. Oh, he's missed the pit lane! He has missed the pit lane!
Oh no,
he's missed the pit lane!
Shanks has got damage! Is that who you're on about? Shanks still missing the pit lane?
No, Infamela, he went to go in the pits and he just completely understeered off.
That's costed Shanks there, it's gave Shanks the damage.
Big damage on the left front. I think it's definitely going to be an intermediate weather now.
Will we see a Toro Rosso 1-2?
Because Toussaint, that must have happened a while ago then, because Toussaint's already 15 seconds ahead. Literally on his outlap. He's hit someone or hit something.
X90's on inters.
Everyone is coming in. X90G.
Saz's on mediums.
Could steal himself a podium
is on
here.
inters. What about Ace? Ace is going to have to wait a little bit with his pit mechanics.
Zaz has gone to mediums.
Yep, Ace is coming in inters, so there is a few people going on inters right now. So they're feeling that it is starting to get wet enough.
Fire tornado goes ahead of Shanks down into the hairpin.
Oh, it's actually someone just did say, Tim, I can't really actually say full name there, mate, but he said did Shanks that accidentally changed to mediums. Now that can happen as well, because lagged out. But yeah, that could happen, as Tornado's actually got past him, actually. Yeah, Tornado is now in second, so will Shanks to pit? Yes, he does. Very late. Gets a corner cutting penalty for cutting the pit lane. He won't be happy. He's going to lose a lot of time. Oh, hang on. Tornado's just got a 5-second time penalty for speeding. The Saint is in. So people are, it is Inters now. I think Shankster made a mistake in not going into Inters. I think he didn't mean to go mediums. And there he is out.
Check that goal, gets a 5-second time penalty.
Thing is though, what has Zaza done? He came to the pits, gone on mediums, and he's gonna have to pit again. And he's gonna, oh, Sabo almost rear ends him. It looked like there, as the mediums tyres are now starting to fall off the cliff. Zaza stays out. Will he lose it on the retraction? No, he keeps it under control. But look at the grip difference. DRS has been disabled, so it is Inters right now.
Look at that, Savage absolutely bruises past.
Oh, yellow's in sector 2 now. Who is that? That is a racing point. It ain't Shankster, it's his teammate, Blue Camo. There is an Alpha coming on the right hand side, and that's because he's on dries, on the mediums.
The remainder of the field come in.
That was actually Xnati who just luckily avoided that crash.
Oh, Merck's a double stacking. Oh dear.
Oh no, the donkey's going to be furious.
Dead donkey. Oh, he's lost an extra 5 to 6 seconds there.
But he is on the Inters right now, as they both could still battle for the 10th place, as Hugo Walsh has left out. As they actually get lapped right now by Descent. But there is Infama though. Oh, yellows again. Who's that? That's the Williams. It's Robert. Robert is off. Robert is dangerously in the chicane. There is a McLaren. He needs to get out of the way. McLaren sees the yellows, and yep, there he goes through.
Triple A currently in 9th then. Zaza is just getting absolutely mud. Is he actually going to pit? There is a spray coming off the cars now. He has to pit.
Yeah, it's clearly Inters now. I don't know what. This has just ruined his race. I think he will pit, and yeah, he is. So he's finally pitted. Tops is 13 seconds off him. So he's still going to be in the points, down. Even with that mistake. He's going to be 9th.
Yeah.
There's who else just pit? Blue Camel's just pitted as well for Inters. So the fastest lap I think is going to be... Actually, Thompson's going to keep the fastest lap with a 22.2. Wow, it's actually quite close with the fastest lap between Thompson and Toussaint. Very close.
Yeah, 22.2, 22... Oh, what is that? 25 hundredths.
Those yells again in sector 3. That is a Williams further ahead. As that was Robert, almost caused chaos for the guys in front of him between the Mercedes pairing. And actually he did cause chaos, because remember, those Mercedes double stacked. There's yells again in sector 2. Now, who is that? Oh, the yells have gone.
G picks up a time penalty.
Black Country Mush has got big damage on the left side of his wing, so he must have collected Robert earlier. And Tekers is fancying his chances, going on the inside.
Are they going to touch?
Yeah, they touched tyres a little bit there. As Willie's not really helping himself out here. He needs to get out of the way from dead on, because then he does that. That was very dangerous, because that could have ended with the wheel off if dead on wasn't paying attention. And there we go. Both Williams get out of the way. As to saying it's trying to pass who goes Walsh's AI. As people saying battle for P2 in a few laps, and yeah, you are right. Shankster did pit for a new front wing, so will Shankster ruin the Toro Rosso's day for a 1-2?
Zaza is crawling all over the back of Triple O. He's only half a second down.
Big contact! Willie's just ran in the back of backcountry. I don't know what's happened to Willie. He can't. There was a major contact there on the final corner. Apologise for cutting you off, but...
That's alright.
Wow.
I enjoy the drama.
Shankster has got past.
That country has pitted.
Yeah, Willie has retired, so it's unfortunate to see him to retire. Today's Ryan last week, I believe, got disqualified in quali.
What is happening? Black Country Mush is being held. It's a green light.
Oh no, he hasn't been.
He lost another 4 or 5 seconds there.
He might have got the gears wrong when he tried to leave. That's right now, though.
Let's go back to Zaza and Triple O.
As Alex Gunnar's about to make a move, thinking about making a move, but Black Country Mush coming out of the pits stops him making it. So Black Country Mush, who was looking for points, is now completely out of the points in 14th.
Triple O extending that gap now to 1.4 seconds from 6/10.
They look like contact between Alex Gunnar and Infama there just a minute ago. The Donkey's just got a penalty. As Robert right now is in 18th, a lap down, just struggling to keep the car on the track. I've got to say that it doesn't even look that bad, the spray, and people are really struggling to keep it on the track.
Dry setups, possibly.
That could be a reason. That's maybe why Shanks has caught a little bit of time to say it now. Gap 22.6 was 23 seconds earlier. And on the same tyre life. Now, I don't believe there's any way Shankster can catch Toussaint, unless Toussaint spins and crashes. Now, I'm not giving him the jinx or anything, but...
touch wood.
Yeah, I don't think Shankster's going to catch that big of a gap of
No,
23 seconds.
Not in the wet. I just can't see it. 6 laps in the wet. Unless Toussaint has a major off.
Bit of contact. Yeah, he could have contact with the lap cars. We did see Shankster get a bit of that with Infama, which has kind of let his race down, and the pit crew making a mistake, putting him on mediums as well. Which it looked like Shankster could have won this race, and unfortunately he's going to get a 3rd podium in a row. Should be happy with that, but he's not going to win today, which is going to disappoint him a little bit. But he should be happy that he's stopping the Toro Rosso team getting a 1-2 right now.
Triple O has pulled away a little bit to Zaza. The gap is now 2.4 seconds as he lets Toussaint or Fire Tornado through.
Well, there's actually a battle falling between Dedonke and Tekers as well. Yeah, 1.3 now. I don't know if, as people are putting in the chat, Team Shankster. So Shankster's got a lot of fans here. As right now though, Tekers lost a bit of time. Gained a 10th back on the straight, but I think he's just losing it, braking late. He'll go Walsh is only ahead of him, he's still in AI mode, that's 5 seconds. So I expect Dedonke to get a point within a few laps. So there's no, this is the boring stage of the race when there's no battles on the track. Right now everyone's spread out as he is in sector 2. Who is that? That is a Williams, that is Roberts. He's completely off. Robert actually can't move because he's got to let the AI go, well, everybody go before he can start moving. He's got to watch out though for Toro Rosso behind. and the McLaren, which is Toussaint, and I believe Alex Gunnar. No, it's Triple O. Wow, I actually can't believe I'm saying this. Toussaint is actually almost... Toussaint has lapped everyone from 8th to 20th. He's lapped Robert twice.
Blimey.
Actually, no, he's lapped him 4 times. Robert's gapped to Blue Camel, he's been lapped twice. And everybody else from 8th to 17th has been lapped. And Tobster's not that further up the field, so could we see near the end of the race Tobster getting lapped? He still holds fast lap with a 122.2, and I don't believe it's going to change anytime soon unless someone massively does a 122.1 on intermediates, which I don't think can happen. Oh, Sazza just gained 5/10 there on Triple O, but I don't know if that was because... No, he wasn't letting Toussaint through. Interesting. So there's only 3 laps left. Lap 33.
I have to say, what another extraordinary race we've had.
Yeah, it's been very extraordinary. It's just coming to the final stage where there's no battles. There's a battle right now though with an AI versus Dead On. Maybe in it a battle with Techers if he can catch up. Dead On's going to go alongside. He has to be where the AI does defend and can. Oh, that could spin him. That he has to be careful with the AI. They have full traction. You're not going to spin them.
Luckily, this isn't 2018, and you don't get the side pod glitch anymore.
True, and there is a racing point.
Ooh,
that is Blue Camo
trying to unlock himself. It's about Ocon and Verstappen. Oh no!
Oh, this isn't good. Dead On needs to get past him quickly. Oh, this is going to end in chaos, and it almost does.
Crikey! Good reactions from Blue Camo there, as well as Dead Donkey.
Yeah, it is. That's Shankster. Shankster needs to get past these two, and yep, he finally gets let by. Wow, he won't. Shankster definitely won't be happy with them two there, who was watching the AI and Dead On in the blows. So could have gained Tornado a bit of time.
For me, I know they leave your car in to give you a chance to rejoin, but they should just retire your car if you're an AI.
Well, you've got to be careful though, because like you could rejoin and you could cut every corner basically and get the fast lap on Inters right now, because there is a glitch on the rejoin where if you join you can cut every corner and not get penalty, which still isn't fixed, and it's been like this since 2 patches ago I believe, or a patch ago.
Maybe Tech is still battling. There you go.
Oh, Tech almost loses the rear there as well on that corner. Gets through, gets 11, but Dead On is in 10th. Has 1 lap 31 out of 33. There's no other battles on track. Except the AI as... Oh, someone's gone off. Is that Robert?
Nope.
Was that Robert? If the yellow flag to go... Yeah, it's Robert. Robert's gone again. Now Robert has to be careful. And yeah, there you can start going now. Gotta say, Robert's been very unlucky. He was, well, basically the Williams team been very unlucky. They were looking for some points, and then, or could have got points, and then the cars just basically fell off them, made them spin, parts broken, and everything.
Just a quick one, guys. If you want to quickly put in the comments who you think driver of the day should be. Got 2 laps to go.
Yeah, and we're on an outside driver days at the end of the race. There's right now though Toussaint. That's actually, I don't know if Toussaint's actually pulled up away a little bit for Shankster now. It's 23.3. And he is on the penultimate lap now, Toussaint, so he only needs to go around another lap after this, and then basically the victory is his unless he's got a 24-second penalty.
Now, I know he's got a 3, but definitely not that much.
I was going to say, because around about, I think 28 is disqualification.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I think round here anywhere.
I can't really remember, because to be honest, I've never had it, so...
Oh, I have it a few times where you just get penalties like Russia. It's just...
Oh, Russia.
Annoying. Yeah. But right now, though, saying it's... Whoa, Centre looks struggled for grip there. Hopefully he doesn't get a punch, because those into his optimal from last 10.
The blue camera only 7/10 off Infamela. Let's just quickly switch to him as there's another lap to go.
Ooh, interesting. Now,
track.
is that because Infamela got wing damage earlier? Yeah, Infamous still got damage.
He's still got the damage, is he?
Oh, blue camera's gone!
Oh! He's ruined it for him.
He has gone round, and he ain't going to worry about Robert, because he's 2 laps down. As Saint has started the last lap of today's race. Yellow's in sector 2, I believe that's because of blue camo. Actually, no, that won't be him. That might actually be Robert. Yes, Robert, it looks like Robert, with the steering, he's just struggling to steer the car. Is he just, in the hairpin, he was like full lock, almost, and then it went half, and he just couldn't see it. Some person has said Sabo Mr. deserves his driver of the day vote.
Who I was thinking, to be fair. It was in the back of my head.
Yeah, I've got to give him it. He's gained 4 positions today race, but don't count Triple O out as well. He's gained 6 positions. So it is in between these two.
We'll see what they say. Come on, guys, we need some more votes.
He's telling himself to come on, to get going, get moving. As he's coming around the final few corners. Hopefully he doesn't bottle it at these few corners, because it could end in tears. But he don't like he is. He gets through the chicane nice and easy. What about the final corner? We have seen Fernando Alonso make a mistake on the formation lap around the final corner, but not for Saint. Coming to the line, and he wins at Spain. And finally gets a victory and gets a podium, I think, unless he got podium last week. But that's pole for him to win, as Triple O has crossed the line. Yeah, I think he did actually, because Tornado wasn't there, I don't believe. As Shanks will be a bit disappointed.
Yeah, could have been a win, but unfortunately, accidentally getting the strategy wrong, and then getting the damage and having to pit again. It's just, it just went downhill for him once the rain arrived. So.
Tornado is happy with 3rd, and Toros team will be happy with the 1-3 today, scoring a lot more points than Racing Point have scored. As X-Natty has just been rear-ended by Mister, so will we see? Oh no! Ooh, oh, Mister almost loses the rear end. Trying to overtake the 4th place of X-Natty. And here comes to the line. Will the penalties change it? Yes! As they're being collected on the line. But
I hate it when people do that. I hate that. Why can't you just cross the line like an adult?
Yeah. Ace takes 6, so the Alphas will confirm 5th and 6th. This Thompson's got an 18.6 second gap from Ace. As Thompson will be annoyed, as it looked like a top 5 finish for him, but he's going to take P7 for the team, as we're waiting for checkmate to finish. Now Alex Gunner, and I believe Robert, who's right behind Alex Gunner actually. As Alex Gunner's made an error, but it's not going to matter anyway if Robert passes him. Will Robert pass him on the line? Yes, he does, but it doesn't matter. So there we have it. This has been your Spanish Grand Prix. A interesting race and interesting qualifying.
So, driver of the day for you then?
I'm going to have to give it to Sabo. He got 4th in the end, and well deserved from him. Best strategy call I believe he's done. He had a bit unluckiness at the start, and he's come through the field to get 4th. Is well deserved today.
Shanks has left the session. He is not happy with himself, I believe. I reckon he's going to feel a bit like he's had a punch in the stomach.
Yeah, we all can feel that for him, as the win was there, his pit crew let him down, and then he had a bit of contact with Infama trying to go in the pits, didn't get in the pits and just got in his way in collision. If you want to go down the grid order, mate. Yep.
But so, with our winner, and almost grabbing the fastest lap also, we've got Toussaint. Second is Shankster. Third is Fire Tornado. Fourth is Sabo. Fifth is X80G. Ace. Seventh is Tobster. Eighth is Triple O. Ninth is Hugo Walsh. 10th Zaza. 11th Dead Donkey. 12th AB Techers. 13th Black Country Mush. 14th Checkmate Fall. 15th Axiana Mac. 16th Blue Camo. 17th Infamella. 18th Robert Cosfather. 19th Willie Sanker. And Ryan Stozza being the only retirement for the... Oh no, Willie Sanker and Ryan Stozza, sorry, retired today in 19th and 20th. So, but the fastest lap going to... Who was it? I forgot. Tobster. With a 22.2, wasn't it? Yes.
Yeah, by like a few hundreds he got that by.
So bonus point for Tobster.
Yeah, especially when he gets the top 10. And yeah, we've both gone to the same driver of the day. There's a few people giving Tobster the driver of the day as well as we. Not Tobster, Salvo, the driver of the day. Getting 5 places, he did. Tim there.
Good race all in all. Weather made it a bit more exciting towards the... Well, I say more exciting. Even more exciting towards the end.
Oh yeah, it was very exciting all the way through. There was a big crash and then no safety car, very surprising.
Yeah, very surprising that there's no safety car with this new patch.
Yeah, well, I've enjoyed today's race and it's been fun doing comms.
Spain has always held a good Grand Prix in my opinion, so decent track. Classic.
Gotta agree with you on that one.
So yeah, this has been Gavra Racing on the Premier League Monday group. I've been SH, he has been IRL Neon, and we will grab you next time where we go to France. Paul Ricard. So we will catch you then.